I really enjoy this deck for tournaments, and I want to talk about Gengar EX in a video. So, I can't change it right now, but do not run this Haunter. Run the one that has Will-O-Wisp, the non-promo version. Other than that, you got a pretty simple Pokemon setup. You've got the 2-stage evolution with Ghastly Haunter Gengar EX, 2 copies apiece. You have 2 Mew EX, which this deck does kind of lack major firepower. You're gonna have to use all your Pokemon oftentimes in matches in order to get the dub. And then in order to use all the Pokemon, you got a Sigilif here that will help you draw literally every card in your deck more often than not. Because for a draw engine, you got Sigilif, 2 Pokeball, and 2 Professor's Research, and 2 Mythical Slab. Now, I have considered cutting a slab for a Giovanni. That might be another change that I might make. But to talk about the main focus of this deck, we already talked about it's a little bit low firepower, but what it does well is you have to be able to control the matchups. So we're not running any Leaf here, but we are running 2 Sabrina. I would not replace one of the Sabrina for a Giovanni, actually. We have 2x speed because that can retreat everything except for our Gengar EX. And we have 1 Budding Expeditioner, which Budding Expeditioner is in a way like a retreat card for your Mew. Certainly. It's a retreat card and much more, so that's great. And basically what you want to do is chip Pokemon down with Mew early on in Sigilif, preferably Sigilif, but it only does 10 damage. Then you can either come in and sweep with the Gengar using the ability Shadowy Spellbind to not allow them to do anything about it as far as supporters are concerned, or you can put your Mew back in your hand with Budding Expeditioner, replay it, and depending on what deck your opponent's using, use their attacks against them with Genome Hacking. Depending on the matchup, you really have to know which of these win conditions is going to be right for you. A lot of one prize card at a time decks are running Tauros, which has a pretty bad matchup against Mew EX. Tauros plus Giovanni is able to kill Mew EX in 1 hit. Plus, if Mew EX is your active Pokemon, that obviously means that Gengar EX isn't. So, you know, decks that run Tauros, you're definitely going to want to focus on your Gengar. Decks that run like Celebi and Charizard, Pokemon that could potentially take this guy out. See if you can fight fire with the Mew EX. Alright. Even though it's a tournament match, I'm going to put this in a video, so I'm going to put my hand on. Win or lose, I'm going to put this in a video. I put losses in videos. Farfetch versus Mew. Opponent's playing a Volcarona Moltres deck.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a little more uncommon. We get the whole Ghastly line in our hand. Not too shabby. Oof, you hate to see the research get put to the bottom of the deck though. That sucks. So yeah, we actually have a great matchup against this deck because Volcarona, I can throw it on the screen, I believe. Volcarona, discard 2 fire energy from this Pokemon. If we're able to get a genome hacking with Mew, we won't have fire energy. We just get to do that for free without the same consequence that they have. Now we also do have one copy of Budding Expeditioner in this deck. So we're gonna hope that we can just, you know, abort ship with the Mew. Abandoned ship with the Mew. Looks like they are preparing for the retreat. I may need a new way to draw cards. And that's exactly what we get right here in Sigilith. In order to buy some time, I'm gonna Sabrina. Now I have to do this in order to retreat. Boy, X speed would be really nice since they got this Larvesta especially.
Can you have my glasses?
I see how you get down. Please let me draw X speed here. Oh no. Well, don't really got much choice. Gotta do what we gotta do. See if we can catch up on energy. So above the professor's research on the bottom, we have 2x speed, a Haunter, a Mew, three other cards that for some reason I should just look at my OBS layout and figure out: a Budding Expeditioner, a Pokeball, and a Ghastly. Not great. Did get him to use a Giovanni there. That might mean something. Not really, though. We may just lose here because we're too far behind on energy. What we can do, put this out. Budding Expeditioner. I have a Research, a Haunter, and 2x speeds in the deck. So basically, it's a 25% chance that I don't get X speed this turn. That's a 25% chance that I do not. Yeah, if I draw that card right there. But we're chilling. It's a 100% chance I get it next turn. Oh, they got it. They got it. We needed one more turn. They got it.
Are you all going to be playing the same deck?
No, I'm playing Gengar. But the last time I played Gyarados in tournament, it was this list. So they're going to play Pokeball into Darudagon. No copies of X Speed in the deck, so that's cool, right? Budding Expeditioner goes to the bottom of the deck. I'm going to play a big old bluff like I got a Haunter in my hand. And Giovanni, turn 1. I do not have a Haunter in my hand though. We get them to use a leaf, which is great. We draw Professor's Research. Get a Haunter, help us back up our bluff. But we don't have any reason why we actually have to attack here, so we will not. And then next turn we go for the sweep. Cool little draw right there. Matter of fact, I can make my life even better. Throw down the energy. And without being able to use supporter cards and no energy on the board, they're going to concede. That was pretty cool.
That was awesome.